You'd rather change the kitty litter? Okay. How about some other day? No? Okay, thanks. Bye. Hi, I'm Don from DonDronesOn. In Canada, if you're flying a drone while wearing FPV goggles like these ones, you'll need a visual observer or spotter to be working with you. And sometimes it can be tough to find one. But the Drone Pilot Association of Canada has initiated a project that might change that. I hear it all the time. It doesn't make sense that I need a spotter when I'm flying FPV in my own backyard, or flying in an empty field or a parking lot, or other places where people aren't around. But despite that, the law requires that we have a visual observer to watch for hazards, low-flying aircraft, and bystanders on every single FPV flight. This is mandated by Regulation 901.11, which states that you must keep visual line of sight to your drone at all times. This applies only to drones over 250 grams, of course. The Transport Canada AIM document expands on the regulation to say, if you're using an FPV system that reduces the field of view of the pilot, visual observers must be used. And note that it says must, not should. Spotters are mandatory for FPV drones over 250 grams, according to the regulations. All that said, it's my own opinion and the opinion of every FPV pilot I've ever talked to that in most cases, having a visual observer does not significantly increase the safety of flight, if at all. There is little or no risk to manned aviation. FPV flights are typically low to the ground. And we tend to fly FPV in areas where there's no one around, or if there is, we keep well away from them. Situational awareness is more than adequate in at least low-risk environments. Most people I talk to do agree that spotters make sense in cases where you're flying near people, situations like chasing race cars or other high-risk scenarios, but not in a quiet corner of a park or open countryside. In the review period for the regulations that just came out, DPAC proposed changes to the VLOS rules to ease the requirements for FPV spotters, but the proposals were rejected. Trying to change the rules again will take years and would require a very strong case to justify our belief that no serious risk areas arise when no spotter is present. But there is one avenue that may work out: an exemption. An exemption is a regulatory mechanism that provides temporary relief from complying with a specific part of the Canadian aviation regulations. Normally, an exemption imposes conditions to ensure the exemption doesn't compromise aviation safety or public safety. Probably the most well-known drone-related exemption is the one granted to the MAC RC Aircraft Organization back in 2019, then rescinded in 2022. Another exemption was granted to a British Columbia organization wanting to release sterile moths from drones for a pest control program. Finally, there have been a number of what I would call administrative exemptions to facilitate the launch of new programs like the ARPAS Operator Certificate and to simplify foreign pilot registrations. But our proposed exemption would be a unique case that, if successful, could lead to significant relief from a highly contested and widely ignored regulation. So what we'll be doing is initiating a formal exemption request. So if you're flying FPV within reasonable altitude and distance limits and staying away from bystanders, you'll be exempt from the requirement for a visual observer. We've already had an initial meeting with a Transport Canada staff member assigned to our case, and now have a pretty clear understanding of the process and of the hoops we need to jump through. The crux of the case will be a risk assessment within the conditions that we're proposing. It's not rocket science, but it must be a compelling case in order to be accepted. TC will be scrutinizing every aspect of our argument to ensure public safety is not compromised. And they'll be particularly careful because the exemption may end up being cast into the next round of regulations, and it could lead to other exemption applications as well. Now, the exemption process has governmental need-to-know information restrictions associated with it, so I can't share too much in terms of the details of our proposal. If I did, the application could be jeopardized. And obviously, I don't want that to happen, and neither do you. Exemptions like this are done on a regional basis. So we've started in Ontario, and if, or I should say when, we are successful, we'll apply in the other regions as well. The first one is expected to take a few months to run through, and the rest hopefully shorter. A regional exemption application costs $585, which the DPAC steering committee is covering. Once the exemption goes through, then you won't have to pay anything. This is a one-time fee that covers the application. So I'm going to leave it at that before I say too much more. If you're interested in helping us out with the risk assessment, please contact me at DonDronesOn@gmail.com as soon as possible. And if you'd like to share your perspectives on FPV regulations in general, please complete the survey on the DPAC Facebook group. There's a link in the description if you're not already a member. Let me take this opportunity to wish everyone out there happy holidays and safe and happy flying. And please, keep trying to get yourself an FPV spotter until exemptions are in place. Thanks for watching.